Good morning, good afternoon, wherever you are, whatever time it is, however you're listening. You
Or
are watching. You're tuned into the Reporter on the air by radio and by television. It is the #1 podcast, video broadcast in Monroe County. Don, Will, and Richard. There is the competition is rather slim,
Yeah,
but
I don't know of any others.
we're
so
still
Yeah.
#1. The Nielsen service has done a survey of our audience, and they discovered they were the only ones that have a large dog that listens to the show. We have a studio audience today.
Well, the Walmart people listen to your show.
Oh yeah, that's
Yeah.
true.
They listen to our show, they say, hey, I saw you on the TV.
Everywhere we
Hey, I saw
go,
you.
everywhere we go, people want to talk to us about the radio show.
Yeah.
And
Who's the fellow that he's a guard or something, and he, every Sunday morning, he listens to it going to work somewhere.
yeah, that's he's a deputy over in Putnam County. His dad, Bobby Land,
Yeah, that's right.
and Bobby Land's son, Bobby, listens to that. Is a big fan. So a shout out to you, Bobby, if you're listening.
Yeah.
And
Keep your
I hadn't
eyes
seen
on the
Bobby in a
road,
while,
Bobby.
but he's talking about getting on the Monroe County Sheriff's Office.
It's
But
gonna be
that's,
who elect who.
that's going to be determined in November. So, guys, it's a big week. Tuesday is election day, and I want a question for our listeners. Have you voted? Have you decided how you're going to vote? And who do you think is going to win? And I pose the same question to you, gentlemen. We have a couple of big contested races. We have the governor's race for the Republican nomination that
I get to
really,
vote on that one.
that has changed totally.
Drastically.
Drastically.
Changed.
Because Casey Cagle has been the front runner, considered the likely nominee for years now.
Got a
And
20-point lead right now.
suddenly, Brian Kemp has, you'd almost say he's the most likely to win now.
I think so.
Polls are fake news.
Huh?
Polls are fake news.
That's
I learned
true.
that from my
That's
president.
That's right, that's true. Well,
People might be ashamed
when you
to
get
say
through
they
that,
don't
I
vote
got
for
to
Casey.
bounce one off y'all.
All
Y'all
right.
through yet?
Yeah, go ahead.
You're through with the election
Done.
stuff?
Well, maybe not totally, but go ahead.
We got a 30-minute show. We can't spend 2 minutes on it. We got to spend more than 2 minutes.
Okay,
on it.
all right, let's go to school board. I don't get to vote on school board.
Yeah.
All right, what you think, Charlie?
Greg Head and Phil Walker. Greg
And they
Head
both got ads in this week's
They
paper?
do big ads, and Greg Head had more votes the first time, and a couple issues that have surfaced. One is they've been very critical of Greg Head for homeschooling his children.
Right,
Phil Walker has been questioned for missing lots of meetings.
yeah.
I think about a third of the meetings he's missed due to health problems. So I have to say, let's go with Greg Head in that one.
I'll call Phil. All right, dude, you the tiebreaker.
It could end up being a tie, a literal tie.
Like Cologne.
Dude, come on, break the tie. I say Phil, he says Greg.
I
who you
mean,
say?
Phil Walker most likely. I would think.
Okay, we got you beat. Go
Okay.
ahead, Phil. No need, stop campaigning. We'll get that. You know, we have something that bugs me. I think we talked about this the other day. Where I saw an ad on television or in the newspaper. I'm going to say it was in the newspaper that blared the headline of a candidate. I am not a politician.
Who said that?
I don't remember. I'm just saying.
If you're running for office, you're a politician, right?
I don't know. That's what I'm
Not until
saying.
you get elected.
That's right. Not until you're elected do
Just
you
to be a
become a
candidate,
politician.
then you have the power.
Elect me because I want to be a politician. Don't you think that's a good slogan?
Yeah.
I like that too.
Elect me because I'm not. That's what
No.
Everybody knows that politicians have a bad reputation.
No,
Well,
they are the people who live in a swamp.
You know what's funny to me is people that, gosh, they're all so corrupt. They're all so selfish. They're just looking out for themselves.
Give them 20
These
minutes
public
in office.
officials, and then what the next thing they say is, we need government to take care of health care. We need government to take care of this. And if everybody agrees, even Democrats and Republicans agree that politicians are fairly corrupt and we shouldn't be trusted, then why would we give them any power to do
Amen.
anything?
Amen, bro.
That was the founding fathers' main genius was let's create different branches of government to fight against each other to keep them from taking too much power. And now they have power over everything.
It's the swamp. Well, we got Lieutenant Governor. I have been so totally, I have no idea on Lieutenant Governor. What about you, Dave?
No clue. I mean, Schaefer's probably the favorite, but I don't know.
I think Schaefer's the favorite, but I haven't even gotten involved in that.
Yeah, I like David Schaefer. He's been a strong conservative in the legislature, and he is a big supporter of newspapers and
Right.
and the importance of the press and having freedoms and having access to public records. And you know, we're learning.
Why are they not transparent? Dude?
They have something to hide.
Yeah,
No.
usually they're doing something wrong. They
Well,
want you to know.
but sometimes they can't be that stupid. Well, I don't know.
Usually
You
if there's
know,
nothing to hide, you can be transparent.
but you know, that when it comes out, the stuff that they were trying to hide wasn't even worth hiding. You know, so.
Sometimes.
Sometimes, yeah. But, you know, all of a sudden, you know,
Or the media didn't even get to the good stuff.
that's right.
Maybe the media never
That's
found
right.
out exactly
That's
what they were
right,
trying to
because the media starts harping on how you're not transparent. Okay, we through talking politics yet?
Well, there's a lot left. We haven't made predictions on all our races yet.
I don't know, Lieutenant Governor. I'll vote with y'all on who y'all think. You said.
I think Kemp's going to win. Now the question, Don, is how will this affect Monroe County to have if Kemp is governor?
How do you think it's going to, Monroe County will no longer exist as far as the governor's office is concerned. It can't win.
I think that's true too.
Now, no matter, just do away with Monroe County.
And it's all my fault because I put
No,
it in the paper.
both of us. It's my fault, your fault too. But see, this is what, again, what I don't understand. Kemp has, I'm getting on a tangent here,
Go.
stop me. It just POs me that people are supporting Kemp when Kemp has violated the law, doesn't enforce the law. Now that's scary.
Yeah.
And what happens when he gets to be governor? You know, what will he do then? I think he set the example, you know?
Yeah.
So I don't understand. Are you gonna vote for a crook? Are you gonna vote for somebody that breaks the law? Hello? What about you,
I
dude?
think,
I'm not voting for Kemp.
No, no. But
I'm
it's,
sure I'm voting for either one of them, but I'm not voting for Kemp.
I think I'm gonna vote for you, Will. Hey, dude, let's ride him, Will. Don't tell me.
Yeah.
Give me five.
if elected,
Okay, have y'all met Governor Will yet? He won by 2 votes.
All that'll really do is allow us to put Will's name in the paper if they receive votes.
Again.
That's right, that's right.
my first priority will be to help young struggling families put their children through college, namely Abbey Park and Ford.
I'm gonna make sure that they get scholarships to the University of Georgia, any state college.
We're going to move the capital to Forsyth.
But
You
you
can
know,
veto
that
the cell
again.
phone law while you're at it.
Hey,
Yeah, we're going to
we gotta
rescind
do
that.
Rescind it.
Repeal the
I'm
cell phone
I'm
law.
voting today, and I'm gonna write in, Will do. I'm gonna write in. You're gonna write you in, dude.
If elected, I will not serve.
No, what about you for lieutenant governor? That'd be fantastic.
Right.
Davis
You're
and
governor.
Dumas. Davis and Dumas.
That's right,
Time
the
for a
dude.
new day.
That's right.
We're accidental running mates.
I think that,
You gonna split all the corrupt stuff with me?
well, the big news this week was that President Trump came out and endorsed, by tweet, he endorsed Brian Kemp. And,
You
Have you decided-
you think he actually did that? Do you think he went to his cell
I think he
phone?
probably did, but I don't think he's ever met Brian Kemp.
yeah, that's a good question. Has he ever met him?
Yeah, I'm sure he has actually, but I doubt
Well,
it.
let's go back and remember why he endorsed Brian Kemp.
Why?
Casey Cagle came out in the
Is Trump on
Republican
property in
primary.
Monroe County line?
No.
Improbable.
Hey, we can put a Trump casino in downtown Forsyth.
Go for it. Go for it.
Anyway, what happened, Mr. Cagle endorsed Jeb Bush. You remember low energy
Yes.
Jeb? He ran
Yes.
for president. He raised like $100 million. He got like 1% of the vote.
That's right.
Well, Cagle endorsed Jeb and was slow to endorse Trump. And Brian Kemp. Now it's funny that Cagle is trying to, they've gotten really testy. Cagle is trying to say that he has been a big supporter of Trump's, even though he didn't endorse him.
Cagle didn't endorse Trump?
Well, eventually he did, but he didn't.
He didn't right out of the cage.
And what Cagle has accused Kemp of colluding with John Kasich, who was of course a thorn in Trump's side during the primary. So it's very interesting. Now he says that Kemp is strong on borders illegal
Why
immigration.
we don't have stuff like this on the local level?
What, a good food fight?
Yeah,
We've had one.
I know we've had one, but I think we ought to have one this time around too.
A food fight.
Yeah.
We did have our local representatives, interestingly, bought ads in this week's paper for David Schaefer.
Yes.
Burt Jones and Susan Holmes are big fans, and so did we had two
what about
ads
Robert
for
Dickey?
Schaefer. Robert Dickey bought an ad
Yeah.
for Mr.
Schaefer.
Schaefer. So we'll see what happens there. Any other races of interest, Don, that stand out? School
Yeah.
board, governor,
Lieutenant Governor.
Secretary of
Secretary of
State.
State.
We had in this week's paper,
Does
David.
this Secretary of State candidate say that he will, if he is elected, rule on the Monroe County line?
That's what David Bell Isle
Sort of.
committed to.
Sort of.
He said
Sort of,
within
what do you mean, sort of?
David
He
Bell.
wants to be surveyor.
David
Oh,
Bell.
come on.
That'll take 6 years. David Bell Isle is the mayor of
He said he'll
Alpharetta.
have both sides to get a surveyor, and then he'll get an independent surveyor, and then we'll all look at it together and sit down.
It's the
and-
surveyor.
It costs Monroe County again $12 million.
It's going to be called the Surveyor Employment Act. We'll have every surveyor in Georgia marking lines, and then we'll put them in a hat and draw out one survey.
That's right, I agree. Yeah, that's
That
right.
would be a good way to
Oh,
say it.
Jesus, man. This is, oh, yeah.
So, but, hey, to his credit, David Bell Isle did go on the record as promising to settle it in 6 months. The other candidate,
Didn't do it within what time frame?
6 months to be taken off.
What's going to take him so damn long?
You gotta hire 4 surveyors.
It's like David Bell Isle's like a location near St. Simon.
Yeah, it sounds like an island in Louisiana. But listen to this.
Okay, stop.
Ben Roethlisberger, his brother,
Say that fast.
Ben Roethlisberger. It's not his name. Ben Roethlisberger is, of course, a quarterback.
He's not allowed back in Georgia.
He's a quarterback from Lake Sinclair. No, it's actually Brad Raffensperger did
You
refuse
get
to.
to fight in downtown.
No, that was Roethlisberger.
Say it
He
again.
he did not play quarterback for the Steelers.
Are you sure?
Yeah, Brad Raffensperger said his campaign asked for information about the County Line dispute from us. We gave them all the information. We asked for a comment from Brad. We did not get any comments, so we don't know what Brad thinks.
Well, he probably met with Bibb County after he met with y'all.
So I am
He said
hereby.
how much money's in.
I'm going to make news right here. I don't
Okay.
make many endorsements,
Uh-oh.
but some
You're
kids.
gonna endorse David
I'm going to
Bell Isle.
endorse David Bell Isle, DPI. He's the man.
See, that's what I should vote for if I'm going to go red. I'm going to go vote early today.
Well, I texted
All right,
him.
so give me a list of who I
I
need
sent
to
him a
vote.
link of our story and said, now, what's his name? David, you have to do it. Now you have to do what you said.
Oh, geez. All right, enough of this. All right, y'all got to tell me this, dude. All right, I've been in this newspaper business for longer than I want to admit. But how can a man who's gets a 7th DUI?
Yeah, well, Will said you gotta spread them out over the course of years. He said the first one was in 1985.
So,
over 33 years, you just get one about every 4, and your license comes back just in time for another one. So
You got to space them out. There's no doubt about that.
you can't do
you
2 in 6 months.
you sound like somebody that practices what you preach.
Well, listen, I'm a better driver after a couple of times.
No, you not. I'm sorry, I don't understand. Just like I don't understand,
Here's the
the
question.
older I get, the less I understand.
But I've got to ask you a
But I
question.
agree with you. You should have been in jail already.
Yeah, they should have been in jail.
If you get
And how do
70
these people who get out on bond, they get out on bond and commit the same damn crime 2 days later?
But how do you stop somebody from driving
Shoot.
other than putting them in prison?
Fine.
Do you want to put somebody in prison for 7
Yeah.
DUIs? How long?
For 7 years, you got 7 years.
7 years.
1 per DUI.
Yeah.
That's
That's
good.
a good idea.
Tell Judge Wilson that. We'll see
I'll
what he
be
can do.
more than glad to tell you.
They haven't all been here. In fact, this may be the first one here.
Okay, I don't care where they are. I don't care if they're in Utopia.
We just named Judge Wilson. I'm going to say
Hey,
he
here's
has
what
nothing
happens.
to do with
He
it.
gets away with it 7 times until he does it in Monroe County. Now he's going to face the.
Well, tell me something.
If he goes to
How
trial,
much
it's gonna be bad.
how much is this DUI stuff costing us taxpayers?
If you hit somebody, it can cost you your life.
That's right. But anyway, it just that headline just. I'm glad I wasn't close to my computer.
Well,
Because
He-
you wouldn't
he
have been
was-
able to print what I was going to write.
To his credit, he owned up to it, didn't he, Richard?
he did. He was
You
very.
didn't have a choice.
He admitted.
No, there's some that deny it.
He admitted to being drunk, and then he told him how many times he'd been arrested.
That's
Which they
right.
don't all do.
He was wrong though. He was so drunk he thought he had 8 DUIs, but he only had 7.
Yeah.
Poor
He
guy.
miscounted.
He was too hard on himself.
No.
Give yourself a break.
I tell you what the problem was. He wanted to go to jail because he had to have some teeth pulled.
3 outs and a guy.
That's right. And he probably got some kind of health problem, and those taxpayers wind up paying.
That was a weird story because his friend had just gotten a new vehicle apparently, and he allowed the drunk guy to drive his vehicle home while the friend was in a different vehicle, not drunk.
He was looking for
So I would think the friend would want to take the brand new vehicle himself and let the drunk guy drive the older one.
maybe he was hoping for an insurance claim.
I don't know what he was trying to do.
All right, let's bring up the other one.
All right, what's up next?
Our friend Becky Barrett, the animal control director, shelter attendant. Don, the commissioner's, the county administrator interim county manager has suspended Becky Barrett for a month. Why? Why? What did she do wrong, Don?
She clocked in and then went to the gym to work out on county time.
What was the
That's
Saturday?
it.
Do you remember the Saturday Night Live skit where they said, "Is that so wrong?" Do you remember that?
Before my time, but
Yeah.
Was it John Lovett?
That's so wrong.
Is that so
I
wrong?
love it, son.
Well, yeah, she in your story tried to justify it, but to me, it's a real simple thing.
You're on county time. You do
You're on
county work.
county time, you do county work. I don't care if she worked overtime. Hey, why didn't she go to Gail King and say, "Miss King, look, I put in 48 hours last week instead of 40. I'm going to go to the gym for an hour today." If she had come to me and said that, I'd say, okay, you've got an hour.
But then
to
if
go
Gail
to the
said no, she couldn't get her workout in.
gym. Well, if she said no,
One of the biggest.
then she has to do it on her own time, not on my
Imagine
time.
that. The county commissioners have put a real stress on health lately, Richard, because how much do we spend? How much do county taxpayers spend on health insurance every year? $3 million.
At least.
Yeah, something like that.
$3 million we spend on health insurance, and so
That sounds about right.
they can get.
Why doesn't the county do something like, what's the big internet company that Bill Gates and Microsoft and what's the other one?
Apple,
Apple and what's the other one?
Google.
Anyway, they have in their office, and come here, follow me on this, I
Big
got
pong
an idea
tables.
here, I got an idea.
Yeah.
They have workout gyms in their facilities. I think the Monroe County government, if they're having this problem, they ought to put a gym in the county commissioner's
Would
office.
you close in that open lobby and turn it into a gym?
Good idea.
Workout
Yeah,
machine?
hey, yeah, you can go on your lunch hour, go down there and work out.
I think government employees feel very comfortable on a treadmill because that's basically what government work is.
Just turn it out.
Keep spinning in one place.
Tell me
Never
something.
getting anywhere.
All right, dude, Will, tell me something. Why was she just laid off from, is she laid off with pay or without pay? That's the first question.
Without that.
Without. All right, the second question is why wasn't she fired? Dude?
There's an interim county manager who probably didn't want to make that call before an actual county manager comes in.
Maybe they felt we already have too many vacancies.
Yeah, that wouldn't help.
No, so that's what I don't understand. If you have a policy, if you had an employee that was on the clock and clocked in and then went down to Dumas and, I don't know, went somewhere and wasn't working or whatever like that, what would you do with them, Will? What would you do with them, dude?
Well, we pretty much have these guys work very hard and they work a lot of hours and we kind
Becky did too.
of, we call it flex time. They can take comp time.
Oh, yeah.
If they work 40 hours by Thursday, they can take off Friday.
They go back to my original point. Why didn't Becky go to Gail King and say, look, I put it, as she tried to justify it in the story, is that she has worked all this time. Well, why in the hell didn't she go to Gail and say, Gail, I put in all these hours last week. I'm gonna go to the gym for an hour. I think Gail would have said fine, because the hammer that she's got is, hey, I put in all these extra hours.
Yeah, comp time.
Comp time, yeah. Anyway.
Well, we'll see what happens with that. I understand that there's maybe some other job opportunities that she's looking at, so she may say bye, but You know, do you ever go to the animal shelter? You ever been down there and try to adopt a pet?
Yes, I'm gonna tell you something, it's one of the neatest places. I mean, they really take care of animals. I mean, it's clean.
Yes.
At the time I went, maybe they knew I was coming. But I didn't call them, maybe they saw me driving the driveway. Here he is, clean, clean, clean.
I know Becky's very good about calling me when my neighbors call to report my dogs, so she's very good about alerting me to the problems.
Well, you're gonna have to tend to them now, she ain't done it for a month. Sheesh, man.
Let her back.
Watch, man, dude's got something to say.
Well, I was gonna say, when I tried to call for comment, no one answered at the shelter on Monday, twice. So there may actually be no one doing the job for.
Well, one thing about it, her coworker Alfred Taylor is the highest paid county employee.
That's right.
He works 97 hours a day.
He's not higher paid than the sheriff, the old sheriff.
Exclude the sheriff.
He gets a lot of overtime.
He probably is, other than the sheriff, close to it. Maybe a couple other.
I guess he's on. He's on call 24/7.
Yeah, he gets a lot of calls. We have a lot of dog issues in Monroe County.
Mostly on Blunt
That may be
Road.
the slogan of Monroe County.
I've heard we've had labs that are wandering around Blunt Road. They've had to go take care
No,
of.
my dogs don't wander. Well, they get, you know what, shocked out on them if they get, does your shop thing work?
Oh yeah.
Have you ever done it, just see if it works?
Oh yeah. I don't have to try. They walk into
I
it.
did it the other day by mistake, and I threw that collar.
You had your fingers on it?
No, I had my hand around it.
Oh, gosh.
I wasn't paying attention, and I go, I know. I threw it in the swimming pool and had to go get it out of the swimming
I
pool.
bet it healed your knee.
No,
Shock therapy.
I used to get up, hey, I get up
Fasten
and
it
put it
to
on
your
my
knee.
knee, stand on my knee and walk to the
Yeah,
fence.
it's like going to physical therapy.
Way to go.
Save you a trip.
I went to physical therapy for 6 weeks. That ain't
Well,
fun.
we've been kind of light and having a good time, but we have a serious, very tragic event of triple fatality. A wreck on Highway 40, Highway 83. A mother and her 10-month-old baby were killed, as well as
The baby died later, didn't it?
Howard. Yeah, the baby survived a few days, but it passed away as well. And the other driver, Howard Zach. Carol Foster was the mother. The little boy's name was William, or Dakota, I think, and then William, and then the man was Howard Zach, who I know his son is Ethan Zach. He was on Abby's soccer team at one
Oh
time.
my gosh.
Nice guy, military veteran of Desert Storm, passed away at
Was
the age of 51.
Oh, gee.
Leaves three children behind and a wife. Carol Foster leaves behind a husband, and he lost his child, I guess, and his wife. The funeral was, as we take this on Friday, the funeral for the mother and the baby was today. But folks, appreciate every day that God gives you life. Be thankful for it, and be sure to love your family and friends, because you never know when they'll be taken.
You never know. You're true that.
First triple fatality since 2016. 2 years ago, we had one on the interstate. Richard, you may remember the wrong way driver. Whew. And that guy was a former deputy, I believe.
What?
Former jailer at the Monroe County Sheriff's Office. He got on, I think he was drinking and went the wrong way, or on 75.
He was trying to go the wrong way on
It was
75.
a deliberate
It was
choice.
a deliberate choice.
Head-on wreck with some foreigners.
I think so.
That's
Hispanics, I think.
So it was,
You can't call Spanish foreigners. How dare you?
well, it depends.
Man,
Some are, some
what
aren't.
do you mean?
But a sad week in Monroe County, and one good thing, my son is kind of on the football team. He's a kicker, so I don't know if I really call him part of the team, but he's on the roster maybe. Anyway, they've been having workouts this summer, and I think the boys are gonna try to go to the memorial service to show support for Ethan.
Great.
So
Hey.
that's good. We have other front page news. We have a concert this past weekend, Saturday night. Richard, who was coming to Forsyth? They told us when we built this big fine art center, they told us we might get some good concerts.
We
And
got Otis Redding.
we got Otis Redding just sitting
Don't mislead our people out
Sitting-
there on radio. and
sitting
TV,
on the
man.
dock of Forsyth.
That's right.
Sure.
Is that who is sitting on the dock today? Otis Redding the third?
Junior.
Junior.
This is his son.
Why is Otis Redding the third more important than Otis Redding Jr.?
Because he's alive.
Yeah, I don't know if that's a trick question.
Did Otis Jr. die in a plane crash?
He did.
Yeah.
in 19.
Wisconsin.
But you know, again, that
1967.
Fine Arts Auditorium is doing fantastic, and I'm gonna have to say, the cafe, I mean, the theater, the Rose Theater, I think that's just fantastic.
Yeah, we got a big 80s show this weekend. I think it's next weekend too, so if you're listening to this, you can still go next weekend to the 80s show, is that what they call it? The
Yeah.
80s show?
Yeah, that's what, yeah.
Read about it in this week's Reporter. Other front page news, you know, the sheriff's office has been sued by an Ohio woman who admits she was drunk, but says former Sergeant William Jackson took liberties and beat her. It was on video.
They obviously didn't do a good job.
And that lawsuit,
Not much money, you mentioned, so it must not
$320,000.
That ain't much money when you're doing something like that. Do you think so, Dick? I thought it'd be about 30 million.
What's your prediction? I think she's gonna get something.
Oh, hell
I
yes,
think
she's
he'll
gonna
get
get some.
some since he resigned.
He resigned and
Doesn't
was
look good.
admitted he was guilty and pled out in court to
Yeah,
it.
I think she'll get something.
Yeah.
But
I
the
don't think
sheriff's
she
office.
deserves anything, but I think she'll
Yeah.
get something.
I don't think so either.
Yeah.
But District Attorney Jonathan Adams told us at the time, Richard had a really good story on it, that the first couple of strikes were okay because she was being resisting arrest.
Thank you. I think Will Davis read that
Oh,
story.
my bad.
Actually.
That's right.
Appreciate that.
Hey,
It was real.
dude,
It was
so
real
great.
good though.
Dude, gonna
I
get
read it
sued.
really good.
He don't get sued. Go ahead, let's blame
Might be
it.
called-
Hey, it was Will.
I just thought it was funny that he enjoyed his own story.
I
That's right.
may get a subpoena.
That's right.
But Adams was very specific that if you review the video, the first 3 blows were legal and perfect, and the last one was out of line. He beat her one too many times.
I am so.
I have,
She spit on him.
she spit on him. I have a problem with that whole
I
thing.
had a problem with it too.
I have a problem with it too. I don't think she should get a red cent
I don't
of
think,
taxpayer
I don't think
money.
Jackson should have been fired. He
No.
never reassigned, but I don't think he should have been. I don't think criminal charges should have been brought on him.
is that the sheriff's decision?
Ultimately,
John
it was
Kerry did it.
internal affairs.
I am-
I'm sure John Kerry played a role.
He just didn't want the bad publicity.
I guess.
Okay.
Maybe they had other problems with him before. and wanted-
I think they
Okay,
had.
I am so glad that you two have the same problem that I had when I owned this newspaper.
What's that?
Keep my name out of the paper. I tell you what, it was you know, you get it, I'm sure you get it every week. Yeah, I rape that 18-year-old woman, but now don't put my name in the paper.
Yeah, I addressed that in my column this week.
You did.
We've had, one of the reasons that I wrote that, we've had some teachers that have gotten in trouble in other communities, and we have not reported on that, Don. We've not had it in the paper.
But if it happens in Monroe County,
Yes,
guess what?
that was the point. We also have some,
I would be okay, and I was okay in the situation you're talking about running it if it was in a contiguous county.
yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
I can't go search Savannah records, but
Well-
I couldn't. It wouldn't have been hard for me to
Well,
go to Wood
and
County.
it's different if they're a public official.
But it just blows my.
We had a mayor one time that got a little tipsy at a MEAG meeting, and that was
I had
good.
one that
That sounds like a Monroe County story.
I had a mayor that was gonna kill me, got a gun. And was coming
That
out.
hasn't happened yet.
I can't wait for your memoir.
Oh,
You
gee,
did write
man.
you did write all this.
You won't believe it, you
The
know.
life of a small town newspaper editor.
No, just the life of, almost life of.
Don didn't say he was a newspaper editor.
Yes, I was. Oh my God, yes, I'm telling you something.
This could have been last week.
I think he
No,
missed, that's why he writes a column, he missed
I'm-
getting death threats.
I'm gonna tell one funny story really fast, okay?
We got a minute left.
I supported alcohol sales in Monroe County. And I think I may have told you.
You were biased though.
No, oh yeah, I got tired of driving to Macon. But anyway, there was a man here, a very upstanding citizen, that came out and just cussed me out for supporting alcohol sales in Monroe County. Okay, he canceled his subscription, I gave him his money back. But every week, he was one of the first ones in line to go to the box and put the money in there. But there's more to that story that you can read in my memoir.
Okay, stay
I'm
tuned.
gonna dedicate it to Will and the Dude.
I can't wait.
Oh my
We'll
God.
look forward to that. And also look forward to next week's reporter. We got a big who's who. You want to find out who's who in Monroe County, you'll
How
find
many
out.
owls you got?
And we'll have,
Owls.
and we'll also have our monthly real estate section. Real estate is hot, hot, hot in Monroe
Woo.
County. So read up on what's going on with real estate in Monroe County. That's always of interest. Have a good week, everybody. Thanks for joining us This has been the Reporter on the Air with Don, Will, and Richard.
News, air, radio, and TV.